Hey guys, welcome to this little YouTube clip that's going to show you how to make some candied jalapenos. However, I'm going to use serrano peppers. My fiance's father grew these in his backyard and brought them over to us the other day. So I have a whole bag of serranos that I'm going to use in place of jalapenos. But I'm going to walk you through the process to can your own and make your own. So we'll get started here in just a little bit. Thanks. So before I get started cutting up the serranos, I made a little bit of what we're going to use to actually candy them. I'll throw the recipe up on the screen here in a minute, but it's pretty much some white granulated sugar, some cider vinegar, celery seed, garlic powder, turmeric, cayenne pepper, and we're going to bring this up to a boil and add our sliced serranos once I get those done. So in just a second I'm going to start slicing up my serranos. I'm going to get this going on the stove and we'll be ready to rock and roll here in a little bit. As this starts, I actually have my canner going with my water and my jars in there. I'm going to bring that up to a boil and let that boil for a little bit, just like you normally do with however you start to prepare your cans. So I'm going to get to work on those serrano peppers here in just a second. Alright, so as you can see, I'm wearing some gloves. Most of the hot prep pepper variety have a lot of oils within the pepper itself, and if you're not careful and get some of the oils that exist here onto your hands, and you forget to wash your hands and you rub your face or your eyes, or even worse, go to the bathroom, those oils will transfer over onto your skin. So depending on how hot you want them, you can get inside there and remove some of these peppers. You can use like maybe a thin boning knife if you want to, or you can just slice them up individually and work on popping some of those out. So I'm going to take some time now. I'm going to cut the end off. I'm going to go through and slice up all my serranos roughly that thick, between there and there. You know, you don't need to be perfect with your cuts. So I'm going to cut through these here, and right now I have my candied solution on low to melt some of that sugar. And once I'm done with this, we'll move over and I'll show you what the next step is. Alright, so after I've had them sliced up, I'm just going to take my sprayer, hit them with a little bit of water, move them around just a little bit. What that'll do is, it won't remove all of the seeds, but it'll get some out of there. Alright, so the candied solution is coming to a boil, as you can see here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to lower the temperature and add the peppers. Alright, so after the syrup simmers for roughly 5 minutes, I add my peppers, and I have set my timer for about 4 minutes. And I'm going to let those sit in the candy solution for about, like I said, about 4 minutes. And then I'm going to, with a slotted spoon, take them out and put them into my sterilized jars. Alright, so the peppers have sat in the candy solution for about 4 minutes. And with a slotted spoon, I'm going to transfer them to my jars. And you want to leave about a 1/4 inch from the top of the jar. Okay, so after I filled my jars, I put the syrup back on the range and let it boil hard for about 5 minutes. And I'm going to ladle some of the solution, the syrup, into my jars. And you want to fill it up to about a 1/2 inch or so above the rim. And any leftover syrup you have, you can preserve that as well. It's pretty good as a glaze on fish or pork, chicken. Use it out there on the grill. With a chopstick, you just want to move some of the peppers around to make sure there are no air pockets. Alright, so I'm about ready to put this back into my canner and boil over for about 15 minutes. So put it back in the canner for about 15 minutes. Alright, so I put the jars back in the canner, a couple inches of water above the top, and I'm going to let that go for about 15 minutes, and then I'm going to take them out and let them rest. Alright, so after they were in the boiling canner for about 15 minutes, take them out and let them sit and cool for about 24 hours. After that, they're ready to be put in the pantry or eaten right away. Good with cream cheese, on crackers, or some sort of other dip. Good on any of your smoked meats. Pulled pork is pretty good, brisket and such. Or you can put them on sandwiches like we like to do as well. So yeah, so the recipe will make roughly 2 full pints, 4 half pints, and I also jarred up the leftover candied syrup. So there you go. Enjoy, and feel free to subscribe. I'll be posting videos when I get a chance. So thanks, and enjoy these candied jalapenos, or serranos in this case.